Welcome in, everybody. This is Pastor Byron Ellis, Refreshing Church, here with another refreshing reflection brief. I can't get that. I can never say that because I'm always thinking about the brief, but refreshing reflection brief. And here it is. We are in Holy Week, and this is Wednesday. And we want to know what it is that Jesus did on Wednesday for our refreshing reflection brief. All right. And what did Jesus do on Wednesday? Well, we're looking at it from this standpoint. Jesus did a reflection. He did more of rest. Now, when we talk about rest, doesn't mean he didn't do anything, but he did a lot of reflecting on what he did on Tuesday. And this pours over into Wednesday. And what happens on Wednesday, because he knows that some things are going to happen. The plot to kill Jesus. And we're looking at this from Matthew 26, verses 1 through 16, Mark chapter 14, verses 1 through 11, Luke chapter 22, verses 1 through 6, John chapter 12, verses 1 through 8. Now, these are not chronologically placed, but they are thematically connected, which means that they may not be in chronological order, but they are thematically connected because of the way things fell into place according to the Bible. Amen. Amen. Well, yeah, the plot to kill Jesus is intensified now. It's getting closer. This is where Judas agrees to betray Jesus. And he wanted to betray Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. 30 pieces of silver. Now, this has been your boy for 3.5 years. And now you want to betray him for 30 pieces of silver. He wants to turn them in to the temple. The temple leaders, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and not only the scribe, but also the chief priests and all of them that coming against him because Jesus was doing too much for them. He was doing too much healing, and all they wanted to do was keep people bound and keep them subjected to them. Every time there's something going wrong in your life, you got to come running to me and find out what it is I want you to do in order for you to receive your healing and receive your breakthrough. You got to come to me. You got to come to me and pray to me and find out what it is I'm going to tell you what you need to do. They wanted to have that finger to control people. They wanted to be able to tell them what it is that they wanted them to be able to do. Yeah. And here Judas is betraying Jesus to these individuals. But Jesus had this day, a day of stillness and a day of shadowing. The shadow of death is coming upon him because the enemy is lingering. He's lingering. This is because not much is going on in your day. You need to realize that sometimes when nothing's going on, something's going on. Yeah, you got to realize that because a lot of times when you think that nothing's going to happen, something's already brewing. It's stirring. Even though it might be quiet, some things are happening. But Jesus did no public teaching this day, no temple confrontations, no miracles this day. Jesus likely remained in Bethany with his disciples, and he likely stayed with Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. He had hung out their crib. He was probably doing things like that. So if we summarize what happened on Wednesday, we look at it this way. A day when love anoints. Yeah, love anoints. Evil conspires, Satan enters, Judas bargains, and Jesus prepares for his burial, all in the quiet shadows before the cross. And that's what happened on Wednesday. Stay tuned for what happened on Thursday. Come back and see us tomorrow on Thursday. Amen. God bless you. And this is our refreshing reflection brief.